What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the very hot, indeed hot to trot lock shed. I am Keybeard, the guy that likes to pick locks in this channel. I'm the only guy on this channel. You know what I'm trying to say. So I'm not really sure what to title this one or what kind of theme this kind of is. So I do have this guy. I did make another video of me making keys for another one by repinning it, and I found another one on eBay and I loved it because it says keep out, which was really cool, which I really liked it. So this one did not come with a key again, and this is also one of those pressure plate cores on there where you have to pull the screw out, pull that core out like really hard. So here's what I've been dealing with. It was not fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. So for the life of me, I could not pick this thing open. You know, you can see it's open. So foreshadowing, I got it open. What I ended up having to do is I actually ended up having to pick it counterclockwise because there's plenty of play that you can actually pick these Schlage padlocks counterclockwise. And then I finally bought myself a plug spinner. Thank you, CLK Supplies. That's where I got it from. A lovely A1 plug spinner. This thing is cool if you know how to use it. I kind of know how to use it. So we ended up having to do a plug spinner, but first I had to pick it to the the left side, or the counterclockwise, and that was really easy. Yeah, real easy. And then all I had to do, was just use my plug spinner, which was even easier. Yeah, it was easy. So I got it open. Awesome. So, the next thing to do, pull that screw out, and then, what I do a lot of times with, like, let's say this guy here, which is the other one, if you take that screw out, you can, I'll show you. If you take this screw out slowly, you actually have to you got to take the key here and put it in the unlock position so that screw will actually fall out, just like that. Boom. So here's the screw for that old Schlage right here. It's got a nice, like, washer head kind of thing. You see how it's got a kind of cup to it? Very cool. Falls right out. And then you just take something that's smaller than that hole, shove it down there, and then just kind of push as hard as you can, which will kind of push this all out for you, because this piece right here is sprung out like that, and you have to kind of push it out forcefully. So that's what that is. So I thought, cool, I got this open, I can take that one out. Well, here's my problem with this one. So apparently, whoever decided to put this screw in there, let's go ahead and loosen her up. All right. If you notice, they flattened out that curve, and it is stuck in there for life. That screw is not coming out. So what do? I can't push down on it. and I need to get that out of there. I mean, how do you get it out of there? So after a lot of thinking, a lot of crying, a lot of different types of practices, and maybe a little bit of voodoo, I came up with an idea. And here it is, the Core Polar 5000. So this was an old Schlage SC1 keyway, and I basically made a, what do they call them? A lock killer key, where you slide this in and you can't get it out. And that's exactly what I made. But I'm going to use it as a pry bar. So what I'm going to use it as, I'm going to go about 2 pins in, and now it's stuck. It's not coming out. All right? And then I'm going to be taking a screwdriver. Where it is, there it is. And I'm going to be sliding it through here. And then with all my might, I got to pull that out. And this thing is in there solid. So in order to do that, first of all, make sure this is all the way unscrewed. And it seems to be. Grab this guy, and then we're going to pull it. But I need something to pull it against, and I'm going to be using, let's find out what I can do here. Alright, so what I've done is I put a screw up in this, above me in the head, and then I'm going to take my screwdriver, put it through there, and pull straight down with it. That should work. We'll find out together. So let's zoom in on that real quick. And where'd it go? There it is. So just like that. This is probably going to be violent, but we shall see. There we go. See how that all slid out right there? I'm going to grab it right there and just continue, and there she is. All right. All right, there it is. So that's the core. As you can see, it's like a spring type of core holder thing. When you screw that in, it splits that open, so this thing ain't gonna come out. That's why it's tough to pull out. But now I have another problem. So this is stuck in there. But that actually isn't that big of a deal. You just grab yourself a lovely pick, yeah, like this guy, and give yourself a ramp. And let's see if I can do this through the camera, and then just slide it out like that. So what I did, so how this works is when this sits in there, the pin sits in this position, and of course this is a straight wall. It's not going to be able to slide out. So when you grab your pin, your pick, you put that up against it, lift up that pin, and then just slide that out like that. And then boom, you got yourself your core. And now I'm just going to go ahead and gut it, and we're going to rekey it. And then I'm going to put it all together. We got myself a keyed up Schlage padlock. All right, we got them all gutted. And as you can see, it's just all standards. And just standards. I don't know why I could not get this picked open clockwise. It just would not go. But counterclockwise, all day long, as you can see with my raking skills. So now that we got this all gutted apart, let's get it rekeyed. One of my favorite things to do is actually reuse keys that I've collected over the years. And I happen to find in my collection a set of 3 Schlage SC1 keys with the matching logo here. So I'm going to go ahead and use this guy. And with a little bit of movie magic, I might be able to, I don't know, snap these into the right pinning order. Just like that, they're in the right pinning order, right size pins. So let's go ahead and put this all together, shall we? I'm going to zoom out a little bit. There we go. So just like gutting, we're going to do it backwards. So we got pin 1 here, pin 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, if you notice, I do actually have another pin or another chamber. I could go to 6 pins, but I'm just reusing these 3 keys, and that should be good enough for me. This is not like a challenge lock or nothing. This is just a lock to add to the collection. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. Nice and smooth. This is going to look nice and work nice. Okay, so those are all in. Let's go ahead and grab my core here and put that back together. Let's see here. I put a little dot. Little thing when I do too, like if you notice this is the same either way around. You can't tell which front and back. So what I like to do before I take that core out, I'll put a little mark, and this time I just put a little dot on that front. So that's my front, so I know that's where chamber 1 is going to be. All right, we're going to start here on 3 and work our way back down to 1. There we go, going 2 here. A little tasty information, little tasty tip here. If you're new to repinning a lock, put your spring down in there, put your tweezers all the way up to the top so you have all this space here, and when you push your pin in, hold it in that place, slide your follower forward and actually pinch it with your follower. So that way, it's not going to jump out of you, and just kind of push that down with your tweezers, and in it goes. So just like we did with that one, we're going to go ahead and throw our spring in here. Grab our top pin right there at the top. Push that in just like that. Notice the, oops, see, I lost it. I lost it. Here I am trying to show you guys a good trick, and I lost it. There we go. See how I'm putting pressure on that pin with my follower, and then I can just push down on it, and boom. All right, let's get to chamber 4. Very important to make sure you're in the right chamber, especially if you're leaving one empty. You don't want to do like this. You think in chamber 4 and chamber 5, and you forgot that you had an extra one, so then you leave that open, and that will genuinely brick your core. And that's not really fun for people. Especially if this is the only core you got for that lock. Go on, get in there. Here we go. Boop. Just like that. Like Mario going down the tunnel, going down the green pipe. Just pew, pew, pew. Boom. All right, that is all ready to go. And then you just take your little cord right here. This little guy right here fits inside right there. Make sure you tilt it to the side because you don't want nothing dropping into that empty chamber right there. And make sure you have your front facing the way you want it to go. And away you go. Just like that. Lock it up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's put our tailpiece back on. It goes just on there like so. Nice and springy. And then you just gotta slide that guy in. So my tailpiece, it only goes on one way, so I am pretty sure I have it on there the right way. Push that down. Let's get that threaded. There we go. Tighten that down. There we go. Get it in there. Nice and tight. Set it to where that bounces back up. Nice and good. Let's give her a try. Hopefully I pinned it up correctly. Nice. Nice. Sweet. Oh, look at that sweet action right there. Have you ever seen such smooth action? That key works. I wonder if they all work. Because like this, I think this one here is actually the original key. The other two were copies. So that one works. And, oops, I know. That one works. Perfect. Let's put it back together. just like that. So simple before. So if you notice that right there's your two, you got a bug flying around. Those two pieces right there match your tailpiece. Just push it in, kind of use your finger strength. I hope you guys have been working out. Push that in there. And then make sure everything is lining up nice and straight. And then push. That is the right way, right? Yes. Push. There we go. And just like that, you got yourself a brand new keyed Schlage. Let's give it a try. All right, that seems to be working. So I'm fairly confident that I can put that screw back in its home. So let's tighten it back down. There we go. I think I got it. There. Perfect. Nice and tight. Do we dare lock it yet? Let's not lock it yet. Let's do one more check. Everything is going where it needs to go. Okay. This is the make it or break it moment. Did I make a lock or did I just make a paperweight? Boom. Brand new. Well, to me. Nice working Schlage padlock for the collection, guys. Excellent, excellent work. All right. There you go, guys. One Schlage padlock put back together, raked open, the so on and so forth. Brand new tool for the lock shed, the Core Polar 5000. I'm just stealing old technology right here for this. And new tool for the lab, for the lock shed itself too. Another A1 follower plug spinner. Man, I probably got to go to bed again. I'm losing my words. Nice little plug spinner. COK Supplies, they got a really good selection of tools there, and this is one of them. And I highly recommend it. If you don't do it right, you hurt your finger quite a bit. And yeah, it's sore for a little bit, but it builds character, right? There you go, guys. All right, thank you guys for watching. Please feel free to like, subscribe, make some comments. Tell me what you think about my videos. Tell me what you think you should, what do you want to see? What do you want me to do on these videos, guys? Give me some ideas. Help me out. Help a player out. Anyway, but there you guys go, guys, and happy picking.